Hello and welcome back to Thomas's Mustache. Today we are going to be doing a review, a taste test. Ooh, sorry, I'm out of breath. I've been running around for a while. Let me catch up a bit. So, the last video was good, and there's just one thing I didn't love about the last video, the famous grouse, I mean. And that's the bottle was like pretty much empty. I think for you, my dear viewers and subscribers, my faithful watchers, I should treat you with the utmost respect. And that respect means a brand new bottle every time I do a taste test. I will also only really do one taste test per drink. So, I mean, I'm not going to be like getting a brand new bottle and just having the first glass with you every time. But for each unique drink, a brand new bottle. So, yesterday I was in the store and I was thinking about you and how I should take care of you. So I've got a brand new bottle of Old Virginia. This is Kentucky Bourbon here, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. The old drying rag out. Put that there for now. I tell you, I've been running around since the last video. Same day, of course, but this here is Old Virginia. It is a bourbon, a Kentucky straight bourbon. I do enjoy bourbons. I would say that they are very good in between, you could say. I needed a new bottle because it's summer, and summer is a good time to make whiskey sours. So I prefer to use bourbon in my whiskey sours, and perhaps in the near future I might make a whiskey sour on camera and show you how I do it. It's very simple, and I don't do garnish or anything special. I just do it, and then I have it. So Old Virginia here, I will read the bottle. It says, Old Virginia Original Kentucky Straight Bourbon, distilled and matured in oak casks, guaranteed by the U.S. federal government. It is 40%, as is usual, and it is 700 milliliters. Let's see, Old Virginia Original Bourbon is elaborated in the heart of Kentucky under the supervision of the United States. Made from the best grains, the mash is fermented and distilled in respect of the Kentucky tradition. And Old Virginia Kentucky Straight Bourbon is aged for over 2 years in charred white oak barrels. From this aging process emanates an authentic bourbon with intense woody notes and hints of vanilla. Product of the USA. And, well, the back is not important. Maybe it is for some, but not for me. Okay, let's continue. So, cracking it open. And we're just having a taste test. There we are. Okay, so in the glass, quite light. I'm getting that smell immediately. A very gentle smell. Hold on one moment, please. Sorry about that. I can hear a dog whining outside. You might hear it too, actually, and I don't know if the dog will be taken inside or something, so apologies for the sound. So the Old Virginia here, it has a sweet scent. Almost like caramel smell. Perhaps honey. The overpowering alcohol vapor is not so clear in this. There's a little bit, but it's definitely not overpowering. The vanilla, there is a vanilla to it. One thing I do notice in the past when I'm having Old Virginia is after you finish the glass, you know, the glass is totally empty, then there's a real vanilla remnant in the glass. It smells just like vanilla. When the drink is in the glass, the vanilla is there, but it's more covered with some other scents. But once the drink leaves the glass, the remaining substance that coats the interior of the glass is very strongly vanilla, the remnant of the drink. It smells very good, obviously. Yes. Now for the initial taste. Very smooth, incredibly smooth. There's a warmth that it leaves. It warms the taste buds that it touches. There's that initial woodiness once you just begin to taste it. There's a woodiness. Aftertaste is reasonably void. I would say at this point there's no aftertaste at all. There's a mellowness to it. I would say that after the initial tasting, actually the scent is harder to distinguish after tasting it, which is interesting. I can't say I've noticed that before. Okay, now after a minute, I do get a better second scenting. I would say that it is more vanilla-y after the taste, the initial taste. You can smell the vanilla more. I would say taste-wise, it's harder to taste the vanilla, but scent-wise, it's easier to smell the vanilla. Yes, I would say the woodiness is a prominent taste in this particular bourbon. Um, that's not a bad thing. Wood or woodiness is probably my fifth favorite taste in a bourbon or a whiskey. I'll tell you my top four when I actually get that whiskey. The vanilla just rolls around in the cup, or in the glass, I should say. Speaking of which, I know that this is not a professional nosing glass. A real pro would have a pro glass, which is a beautiful nosing glass which contains the essence and allows for one's nose access. But I don't have a nosing glass. Actually, I haven't even had proper whiskey glasses for a while. Maybe one day I'll tell you more, but only recently have I invested in proper whiskey glasses. So this is a step up in my mind because I've always wanted whiskey glasses. Maybe I could tell you a little bit about it. In the past, about 10 years ago, I had a set of whiskey glasses. And I tell you, I loved those glasses. They are just beautiful. I think I got them as a gift, a Christmas gift. And I used them for a time, but I've moved so much in the last bunch of years, and I could not bring them with me. Perhaps in the future I can actually go back and get them, but for a long time I had no proper glasses. I was drinking out of all sorts of cups, like coffee cups and stuff, just because that's all I had. You get coffee cups as gifts all the time, I find. So that's what I had, just gifts. And only recently have I been able to actually buy some whiskey glasses. So I know that it is not a professional nosing glass, but it is a step up for me. So, and it works. I like to admire the color. I like to enjoy the smell, but I'd say I have a pretty powerful nose, which is able to make up for the lack of nosing glass. So it works for now. In the future, of course, I'll upgrade. Oh yeah, very smooth. Woody. There is a woodiness to it. It makes me think of a birch forest in autumn. You know, when you're walking through the birch forest, you see the beautiful leaves on the ground and those tiny little twigs. It just makes me think about those tiny little twigs all over the place. That nice little twiggy woodiness feeling. That's what comes into my mind when I drink this. Not like a big hunk of cut tree. I'm talking those tiny little twigs. Just that scent you get when you walk and you step on them and you hear them crackling. That's sort of the woodiness that I would describe this as. Yeah, woody on the tongue, vanilla on the nose. I don't know why I said it was cool earlier. It's actually becoming a little bit warm. The indoor temperature says it's the same, but, well, I think the heat of the day is on us now. Yeah, this is a pretty balanced drink here. I like it more. I'll talk more about the whiskey sour. I prefer that sort of scent. I find that the bourbon gives the whiskey sour a very delightful scent. Even that hint of vanilla, that's all it takes for me to push the taste of the whiskey sour to the next level. With whiskeys, I think you have to pick and choose what sort of whiskey you're going to use. I think whiskey sour needs a very balanced scent. You know, sometimes when you get into the whiskeys, the scents can be very intense, and the flavor too just does not fit. So I find the bourbon actually has a very friendly taste for a whiskey sour. Overall, I would say that this is just a great experience. I'm enjoying it, and I think that it really does work for me. I'd say for bourbons, I haven't had the opportunity to fully explore the world of bourbons, mainly because I don't have the access to the bourbons. I've got great access to whiskey. It's like a paradise. You know, I find whiskey's really taking off these days, especially the last bunch of years. It's really taking off. Bourbons are, I'd say they're a steady staple, but it's all about supply and demand, right? Does the populace in an area, are they big on bourbon or not? So I have only 2 currently available. I can, of course, go and explore more. I had one not too bad, actually. It wasn't my favorite, but I got that brought to me. But generally, I would say for where I'm at, really Old Virginia does the trick for me. I'm satisfied. Lovely vanilla smell. Well, that about does it for my taste test of Old Virginia, Kentucky Straight Bourbon. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you like this sort of content, or are you thinking, oh, I'm not interested at all. So let me know. I do want to mix it up. Honestly, I want to do a bit of everything. So until next time, I'll say toodaloo.